Judiciary Committee is going to hold a field hearing this morning on Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's home turf to review Bragg's pro-crime, anti-victim policies. Joining us now in studio is one of those committee members, Wisconsin Congressman Scott Fitzgerald. Congressman, great to have you in-house this morning. We appreciate you being with us. Big day today. This starts in just about 2.5 hours. Take us through what we can expect this morning.
Well, I think that, we started talking about this as a committee a couple of weeks ago. Whether or not there would be a way to kind of demonstrate and show the hypocrisy of what we're seeing out of the district attorney. And at the end of the day, Chairman Jordan and the members agreed that, this is something so significant. And what he's done with the political persecution of President Trump, that it would be kind of two different things that we could work on at the same time. Let's talk a little bit about Bragg, District Attorney Bragg, and the issues going on in New York City. And at the same time, he's got the resources and time and can put forth the effort to go after the former president. So we thought a way of highlighting all of that was to actually do this hearing in Manhattan.
You invited the district attorney, Alvin Bragg?
The DA was invited. I'm not anticipating that he'll be part of that, but you can see kind of with the comments and this countersuit that happened against Chairman Jordan, all highlights, I think, that this has become a real circus. And unfortunately, I think, there are even some members of the committee, Democrats, that'll be there today, that are going to go along with the whole charade. So I'm glad we're here because, like I said, I think it develops the contrast. It shows exactly kind of where Judiciary's at on this. And that, this is not just happening in New York. It's happening in urban areas across the nation. And it's something that's been discounted in the past. Yeah,
as New York goes, they say, so goes the country. Alvin Bragg, he was endorsed by George Soros. We know he took money from Soros during his campaign. He's really been pro-criminal and pro-crime, if you want to say that. The city is a total disaster. You have 8 witnesses testifying this morning. Who are you most excited to hear from?
Of the 8, 6 of them have been invited by the GOP, and the Democrats have 2. I think, a couple of them that certainly will, I think, highlight what's been going on in New York City. And I don't necessarily want to single out any one, but there are a number of that either have family members that have been victims of these crimes, or certainly those that have kind of made this as part of their overall goal is to continue to highlight this. Because you've got a mayor out there, and the mayor is saying right now, well, it's the safest city in America. Well, the fact of the matter is it's a 23% spike in crime in New York City. All you have to do is look at the long list of different types of violent crimes that have occurred here.
Right.
And that's not true. He's playing with percentages, and he's playing with kind of this. He's playing loose with the idea of, there are specific crimes that are not necessarily unique to New York. Well, everybody knows that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Congressman, take a listen to Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin on Meet the Press over the weekend.
Well, I think Joe Biden will carry Wisconsin. Obviously, we don't know who the Republican nominee will be. But despite Republican national efforts to put the spotlight on Wisconsin by hosting their convention there and having the first Republican primary debate in Wisconsin, I think we will prevail.
All right, so Wisconsin's going to be a hugely important state in 2024. Donald Trump.
It's good to see the senators actually following politics.
The senator's actually talking about her home state right now. So 10 electoral votes. Donald Trump famously won Wisconsin in 2016, lost in 2020. How important is Wisconsin in 2024?
I was a longtime member of the state legislature as well, and we've watched kind of this state develop into really 2 key areas, right? It's the city of Milwaukee and some of the Milwaukee County suburbs, and then Dane County,
right,
which, houses a ton of state employees and also the UW system's flagship university, UW-Madison. So those 2 areas are locked down by the Democrats and have been in recent years. Then you go outstate, and it's a different story.
Right.
Where in the rural parts of Wisconsin, it's still very red. and it's Trump country, to be quite frank.
Yeah, much like New York State, by the way.
Absolutely.
Very red outside
Absolutely.
New York City. Less than a minute left. You're from just outside Milwaukee. The Republican National Convention will happen in Milwaukee over the summer of 2024, and the Democratic Convention will happen in the city of Chicago, about 120 minutes away. What do you make of Chicago as a selection?
Interesting. You know, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's been beat down as of late. Crime-ridden, a ton of issues with shootings every weekend.
Right.
There's a total, but interesting selection. They're going to have, I think, kind of their hands full with that, the security there, which is one of the concerns that we've heard about Chicago in the past. So It's an interesting selection.
Congressman, good to see you. Thanks for
Good to
coming
see
in.
you.
We will be watching this morning at 9 a.m. We'll have a lot of that coverage right here on Newsmax. Wisconsin Congressman Scott Fitzgerald.